What's going on, everybody? Rob here, Trev2323. I know you've seen me bypass the switch on the refrigerator. I never ordered my new switch to put in there, but that's why this is not on right here, because this is bypassed. But the refrigerator is actually getting cooler and the freezer's working really good. Now, I bootleg repaired this before. I didn't order the part. Back in here, if you fill, there's air that should be coming through here. And if you don't feel air coming through here, that means that motor is going bad. It's nylon and the bushings wear out in there. So when I was just standing here right here, I heard it go. So I know the thing isn't opening and closing, so I gotta see if I can get it to open and close. Now, to take it off, you need to get 1, 2, 3, and then there's one all the way back here, 4. There's one right here, 5, and there's one right here. 6 screws out, and they're 1/4 inch. I'm using a socket to get out there, 1/4 inch. Now, I did this before, and I rebuilt that nylon piece using JB weld. It might have just worn out. It was about a year and a half ago. So I'm gonna take all those pieces out right now. Okay, there wasn't one in the side right here. There wasn't one in the side. There was a hole there at one point, so I guess I just missed putting one screw back. But the whole thing comes down like this right now, so you see it's all off and down, but there's 2 wires you got to disconnect. Okay, the orange one, you could pop out from that little plastic right there. See the little holder right there? The orange one you could pop out, and then when you pop it out, all you do is push. Try to get my light there. Push this button down, and the orange one comes apart. So there's the orange one right there taken apart. I see this white one up here. This white one looks like it got a push button on it. Okay, there's 2 right here. 2 right here to go that way, and then 2 right here that squeeze in to get this one out like that. Okay, so that one's out. The yellow one's off. Okay, so this yellow one. Try and get light up here. This yellow one from the top has to be disconnected, and that's sitting inside of here, the yellow one. All right, and then the multi one goes in this way, and there's 2 clips right here that got to be opened, and then these 2 pressed. Now the only one that I got left to try to figure out is this little white one right here, so I got to follow that one right there. Okay, here we go. I got it out, and believe it or not, that little white one seems like a thermometer. I couldn't figure out how to get that one out. So the other one's unplugged. I took the tape out from around it. There was tape and styrofoam on here, and this actually was just sitting in here. Where's that? Let me get in there. This was just sitting in here. That was sitting in there, and this was on the top of it. And this right here was over the door, like that. And there's a door on this that opens and closes. It's in a semi-open position there right now. And that's what goes bad right there. The motor actually works, but the thing to open and close the door actually goes bad right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do is plug everything in right now, and we're going to see how that thing works right there. On the front, and it goes this way. I'm going to see if I can just see here. Just trying to turn to open and close. And there it goes. It's opening the door. And it's closing the door. Go around again, it looks like. I'm just trying to open the door right there. See? So what I did is I put JB weld on the inside of it. I think the JB weld is just wearing out some. Again, these 2 come out, and these 2 get squeezed. These 2 you pry outward, and these 2 get squeezed. Okay, then to get the motor out, There's that one right there. Well, that's screwed in, so I guess I gotta unscrew the green and unplug that one. So there's one, the green, and two to get out of here. Okay, this one right here, you gotta shove a flathead screwdriver in between this and the black. Flathead screwdriver, you shove one between here. This one actually just slid right off. This one just slid right off, and the next is gonna be the Phillips. I gotta take off the Phillips right there. Okay, didn't need the Phillips, it was just a clip. The clip came right off. Alright, to get the motor out, I'm gonna take off these two Phillips right here, because I gotta clean this part off, because this is the part I made. Okay, so when you pull that off, the motor comes out, and then this inner piece right here comes out also, but there's only a certain way that it comes out. Let's see if I can figure this out like this. Okay, I'm pushing it from the inside, and that's the piece that I made. And see, it wore down. See, this got to come up. This was all nylon, and I made it with JB Weld, and there's no more grease in here. It's got really soft, I guess, from it just rubbing on it. But the grease, it would come, you know, when this would turn around, it'll go low and close the door, then it'll come high and open the door. So what I'm going to do is clean this off and try to sand it smooth and put it right back in there. But this is what I made. This is the part that went bad. You could order this, and when the freezer's cold and the refrigerator is hot, this is what your problem is. This right here might not be opening and closing. And I should have just ordered the other part right now, but I put a JB Weld on here, and then I made the part myself, so I didn't have to wait for the order form. Okay, I cleaned it off really good, and you can see the track that it was rolling on. See? Let me see it that way. The inner track, that's what it was rolling on, and that's waterproof grease that I had on. And this track actually is what pushes that pin. It rides on that pin to open and close the door, like that. So this track just worn down some. But that's the same thing that happens with the original piece like this. I'll get you the part number and we'll go from there. Okay, when I put in the refrigerator model number, the Frigidaire refrigerator model number, the parts tree came up. And then from the parts tree, I searched the parts tree, and this is a damper assembly. A damper assembly is what it's called. This is a damper assembly. I went over this right here, and that 241 number is the actual part number, but online is part 906, and on the piece is part 905. So apparently they're interchangeable parts. What I'm gonna do, since this was still working, is I'm probably gonna grease the crap out of this again right now, because there's no more grease on the inner ring right here. Grease the crap out of it. If I want to buy the part at 70 bucks, I should just go ahead and break down and buy it. But it's just, being a hobbyist and do it yourselfer kind of sucks for me, because I know I already made the part one time. Either way, this is the problem right here. If your freezer is cold and your refrigerator is not cold at all, this part right here wears out, or this could go bad. But on mine, this is the part that wore out twice. Now you cannot just buy this part. You have to buy the whole damper assembly. And that's why I made this with JB Weld and filed it down. So I'm going to grease the crap out of it right now. I should actually just fill in that hole, but I just want to get the refrigerator back on because there's tons of stuff in there. Alright. I sanded the piece a little bit smoother. I put some more grease in here. I'm going to go ahead and order the piece. It's 70 bucks for this piece. But that goes in there. I gotta try to find it the way it fits in right. Okay, so when this turns, see the door opens and comes down. Okay, So turns, door opens. I don't think it's going to open as far as it should though. I'm just going to go ahead and order the part. It's 70 bucks for the part. So I'm going to go ahead and order the part, but meanwhile for now I'm going to put this back in, lubed it up and everything so the door will be opening, closing, but it's not going to be opening, closing to the point that it should be. So I'm going to do reverse, put this all back together right now. The part is in there already. I'm going to go ahead and screw the motor on and then reverse, start putting it back together. Okay, motor's back on. You see I greased the hell out of that in there so it can slide and open and close till the piece comes in. And it's gonna be hard. Man, I can't really videotape as I'm doing this, but I gotta put this right here. We'll put the connect the wires first to it. Got the blue and the green and that one right there. That gotta watch, because there's two connections that one gotta make in there. See the gold connections? Those gotta make that. So I'm gonna put this together so you can see this thing open and close. It'll open and close 3 times, and then I gotta put it back in together. Okay, here we go, plugging it in. That's not a good sign, says the door is not opening. Should be open right now. There it goes. See? Opens and closes. And open again right now. There it goes right now. And it's open. So that means it's allowing cold air from the freezer to come in here. That part's $70. $70, and then whatever they charge you to put it on. So we're gonna reverse put it on right now, and or the part, so when it comes in, you're gonna have to go through this to change it out. But at least I know for now this is getting cold, it's getting cooler. I made that part before with JB Weld, so if you don't get anything here, JB Weld from the auto body shop, you mold it, but I had a file, and I filed that sucker in the same motion that it should have been, the same way, and that's how I fixed it about 1.5 years ago. Alright, I grabbed myself a piece of tape already, it's hanging right there, because when you put this on right here, the styrofoam is going to go over the back of it. So here goes over it, over the back of this, and it lets the air through from that door to in the refrigerator right here, and then I'm going to tape it closed. When you get the right position, it sits closed like that, the styrofoam, and then I'm going to tape the styrofoam closed. When you're putting it back together, I suggest you put this one first and make sure you got the air coming out of there. It's open, I can feel the air coming out of there right now. Technically, I know I could probably wait about another 6 months before I have to get this, but why wait? I'm going to order it now. I could really make it again, but I just want to put it brand new to make sure it's coming in right. From that one, I'm going to put this one in right here next. No, you know what? I'll go all the way kitty corner to this one right here. How about that? How about that? Alright, there it goes. It's in. This isn't still on because this needs to be replaced. This will go beep, 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 beep. You close that, it shuts this off. But this is telling the refrigerator that it's still open, but it'll still work. Now, I do feel air, cold air coming out of that. Nothing leaking from the bottom. And I did drop this screw right here, so I gotta find this one. Either way, this is the Frigedaire. I'll put the series of the model up there. If you start, if the refrigerator is everything getting cold in the refrigerator and the freezer's freezing still, your damper is what's going out. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.